Have you ever just felt totally lost with technology?
Yeah.
Like it's just not working with you?
Yeah, or been the one trying to help someone who's struggling. It can be, well, let's just say it can be an interesting experience.
Sure. And that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Oh, this is going to be good.
We're going deep into a song, believe it or not. Kathleen's Ticket.
Hmm.
It's a funny take on the whole tech user versus IT support dynamic.
If you've ever stared blankly at a computer screen, wondering why it's doing that thing, or if you've ever had to answer the same basic tech question 100 times, this one's for you.
Definitely. So the song starts with Kathleen and her tech troubles.
Hmm.
She's surrounded by stacks of paper and screens so bright, but nothing's working.
Perfect.
Totally. And she sings, "What they mean, she'll never know." Like she's just completely lost in this tech jungle.
Yeah.
Clicking buttons, not knowing what she's doing. And then my favorite, why is my email upside down?
Oh, yeah, that one's a head scratcher. You can almost feel the panic setting in.
Right. But then the song shifts and we get the IT department's reaction. And it's not pretty. IT sighs. Then it's crying, count to 10.
Yeah.
They're clearly at their wits' end.
It's patience running low. And, that really sums up the feeling when you're dealing with a constant stream of, let's say, not so complex issues.
Totally. And the song keeps reminding us, Kathleen's Ticket's back again. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a pattern.
Oh, it's definitely a pattern. And then there's that line, what's the issue? No one knows. It's funny, but also kind of tragic because I'm sure anyone who's worked in IT has seen those vague, unhelpful tickets.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But here's the thing. Kathleen doesn't seem too bothered. She's dressed with grace, totally unfazed by the tech chaos she's created. It's almost like she's oblivious to the stress she's causing.
It's that blissful ignorance of the user who just doesn't see the inner workings.
Exactly. And throughout the song, they drop these little hints about what kind of issues Kathleen's having.
The classic printer problems. Jammed out of ink. The usual suspects.
Right. Then there's the frozen computer. And they even throw in a little, no, you just blinked.
Uh-huh.
Implying it wasn't actually frozen, just Kathleen not understanding what was happening.
Oh, yeah. User error strikes again.
And of course, the VPN's acting up, passwords are a mess, and let's not forget that upside-down email. Just your typical day in IT support.
In there.
And the bridge of the song is where things really ramp up. 100 tickets, all are wrong. You can feel the IT team drowning in these requests. It's like a tidal wave of tickets.
It really captures that feeling of being overwhelmed, doesn't it? Just buried under a mountain of issues.
Totally. And then it gets almost desperate. It's in tears, they beg and plead. A bit dramatic, sure, but you get the idea.
Oh, it's definitely a hyperbole, but there's that kernel of truth, that feeling of just wanting to bang your head against the wall sometimes.
Exactly. And then comes the ending. The IT team, finally at their breaking point, asks, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" And Kathleen's response is just priceless. I should do that.
Classic. It's that simple solution that somehow never crossed her mind.
The ultimate facepalm moment. And so the song ends, but we're left wondering, did Kathleen actually fix the problem? Or did she just create ticket number 3875?
That's the beauty of it. We're left to imagine what happens next.
Exactly. But what's really interesting to me is what this song tells us about the bigger picture. Think about all those interactions happening every day between people like Kathleen and those trying to help. What if there was a way to bridge that gap, to prevent those unnecessary tickets?
Right, like if there was some kind of universal tech translator that could help us understand each other better.
Maybe. But until then, I think we can all learn something from Kathleen and her ticket. It's a reminder to maybe take a step back, try the simple things first, and have a little empathy for the people on the other side of those help desk calls.
Couldn't agree more. And maybe, just maybe, you'll save IT from shedding a few tears.
We can only hope.